Good day, class. Welcome to the Engineering Management course. So, this is our lecture 1, the field of engineering management. So, here in lecture 1, we will learn how an engineer can manage a certain organization or a certain structure, or what are the common areas that engineer are needed. So, what is the function of engineer? The functions of the engineering encompass the following areas. So, there are a lot of areas that engineer are needed. Number one is research. Engineer can be a researcher. For example, here in academy, we are assigned to study or to search some solution for the problem in the society, or to help the society rather. And next, after we come out, after we come up an idea or output, as an engineer, we need to design and develop that output in a physical form. So, engineer are needed also in design and development. Next is testing. Testing is also a work of an engineer. For example, in car manufacturing, an engineer I need to test the cars if it is well invented or it is well uh, developed. So, for example, they need to find it if it is working or their condition is okay. So, engineering can work in testing. Manufacturing also. Engineer can work in manufacturing. So they are assigned, uh, they are in charge in production of personnel, or assumed responsibility, or assume for the responsibility of the product. So the engineer are assigned in manufacturing, for example, in the maintenance of the machine. They are assigned to watch or test the machine if it is okay to manufacture a product. Next is construction. As you know that the most common engineer here in Lanao Sur is civil engineer, which is assigned in construction. They are build horizontal or vertical structure. Next is sales. Engineer can also work in sales. Engineer they can sell some, for example, an civil engineer, they can sell equipment, or a mechanical engineer. They can sell cars, machines, or electronic engineer. They can sell any of the electrical equipment that is commonly used. uh, Engineer can also be a consultant. So uh, for example, of for example, there is some building construction, so you need to consult engineer for that. So engineer can also be a consultant in their own specialization. Next is government. Engineer is also can work in government. As you know that there is a municipal engineer in every municipal. So engineer also can work in a government, and then they are assigned to take the project of the government. So they are the one who work for the project of the government. Next is teaching. As you can see, there are a lot of engineer that teaching an engineering course. So engineer can also teach. Next is management. So as you know that after you are entitled as an engineer, you will learn how to manage people. Kasi engineer are built to manage or to lead the people, the working people. So, so the engineer in various type of organization. there are level or there are three types of engineer. So they are level by level 1, level 2, level 3. So in first line, which is level 1, this level 1 is engineer, working engineer that has a specific area, which what I mean is there this is not need for uh, more engineer. So for example, fabrication supervisor, there is only one supervisor that are needed, and structural, the layers, project engineer, so there always one project engineer in a project, and also welding foreman, there's always a one person in this work. And next is the middle manager. Middle manager is composed of other a middle manager are composed of different engineers. So they are the one who are involved in managing a lot of people, like a production manager, which production manager has the work of a production manager is to manage the production of other managers or the production of other engineers. So the top manager is the general manager, which is allow him to manage all the production manager. General manager, for example, is the CEO, the president, or the top manager or the top person, highest position in the engineering jobs. So next is what is engineering management. So engineering management refers to the activity combining technical knowledge with the ability to organize. So class, the engineering management is needed to organize. So the activity combining technical knowledge with the ability to organize. So engineer manager should have the characteristic to organize the people that he lead. And next is the coordinate. So an engineer manager need to coordinate with the worker power. So if an engineer cannot coordinate with the working power, that engineer cannot be a manager. And also, uh, engineer manager can coordinate with material. So there is no building of structure of anything without any materials. And next also is machinery. Nowadays we also using machineries for the construction of building. So we also need to coordinate with the machinery and also money. There is no construction or there is no project without money. So engineering management should know how to coordinate with money or should know how to organize the money of the project. So next is the management. Management may be defined as the creative problem to solving process of planning. So first thing that a manager need or management to uh, do is planning. So after a thing to plan, a manager that does not know how to plan is cannot be called a manager. So after planning, organizing, and then leading, and then controlling an organization resources to achieve its mission and objective. So it's very important that the engineering manager have no had to know or have the characteristic to plan, organize, or lead and control an organization to achieve its mission and objectives. So how how one may become a successful manager. So first, it was taste by its ability. Managerial ability refers to the capacity of an engineer manager to achieve organizational objectives effectively and efficiently. Whereas effectiveness refers to a description of whether objectives are accomplished, and efficiently is this description of relative amount of resource used in obtaining effectiveness. For example, you were an engineer then assigned to build a road. So you are giving a time to finish that project. So as an engineer, you are effective if that project is done on time, on time on the set schedule of the project. And you are efficient if the amount or equipment materials needed of the project is less than the expected equipment that is or that will be put on the project, but same with the project that are target, meaning kung ang project ay matatapos mo ng mas mabilis, effective ka. Tapos kung ang project is less ang gastos mo pero parehas lang doon sa gagawin mong project or parehas lang sa output but it less material na ginamit, efficient ka. So that is the ability. It needs an effective and efficient. Next is motivation to manage. Not many are motivated to manage other people so they may contribute to the realization of the organization objectives. A management research John B. Miner developed a psychometric instrument to measure objectively an individual motivation to manage. The test is accurate the following dimension. So, the motivation to manage is very hard. Why? Because you are addressed to manage or to work with some people that you don't know, or it must be old enough to it, it may be old than you, or maybe uh, or it may be youngest than you. So first test in anchor to the following dimension. The first test that John B. Miner developed is favorable attitude toward those in position of authority such as superior. So you can be a successful engineer manager if you have motivation uh, favorable attitude toward in the position of authority such as superior. So meaning if your superior is favorite kanya or gusto niya yung attitude mo. So you are motivated to manage. So next is a desire to engage in games or sport competition with peers. So meaning wala kang pinipili. You have the socialization. So meaning nakikipag-socialize ka sa mga kasama mo, even it is a labor or it is your supervisor, wala kang pinipili. So you are motivation to manage. Next is desire to engage in occupational work-related competition with peer. So meaning you have the desire to engage in working-related competition with peers. Next is desire to assert one and take charge. So meaning you have the motivation or confidence to take charge of the project or to lead the project. Next is the desire to exercise power and authority over the others. So you have the authority to lead or you have some authority order to others. So pwede mo silang utusan or kaya mo silang utusan. Sometimes class, there are people that are scared. Natatakot silang i-manage ang tao because of their family background. They are all this enough. So in engineering management, or if you will going to be engineer management manager, you need to act like you need to learn how to lead, and also decide to believe in a distinctive way, which includes standing out from the crowd. So meaning, if you have kailangan mong matuto kung paano umangat sa crowd. So meaning, if there are a group, there are a lot of engineer, but you need to work with the project, and there is one only that can work with that project. If you have the desire, or if you have the guts to stand up uh, among the engineer, you have the motivation to manage. And next is sense of responsibility in carrying out the routine duties associated with managerial work. So this is important that you have the responsibility to be to be an engineer manager. So there are a lot of leader, or there are a lot of engineer manager that they don't have responsibility, sense of responsibility of their work. So the last one is opportunity. Successful manager become possible only if those having the ability and motivation are giving opportunity manage. Meaning, if you have an opportunity, if you gain that opportunity, you can be an engineer manager. The opportunity for successful management has two requirements. First, obtaining a suitable managed job. So meaning you need to learn what is your skills. So you can be on that ground, obtaining a suitable managerial job. Next is finding a supportive climate once on the job. So meaning, if you under on that job, you need to find a climate that can be supported to you. For example, you have these people, but you have these people or worker, but that worker are not responsive, or not, kumbaga, hindi kanila gusto. So you need to uh, find a supported climate that you are comfortable to manage. So that's all for the lecture 1 class. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So we have the research 1. Prepare a list of 10 engineers who become president or general manager of a large company. So you will pass this research 1 tomorrow on Tuesday 1 p.m. So after that, we have also the assessment June 28, 2002, Tuesday at 1 to 2:30 p.m. regarding of this topic. Remember that research is an assignment, but this assessment is only for 1 to 30 minutes. Okay, I hope you understand the topic. So that's all, and thank you.